of you, Mr. Drysdale. One word from me to Mr. Clampett, and your goose is cooked.
That's blackmail. You know, you have a very unscrupulous side to you.
And I like that. We could work very well together. Now, hide this newspaper. Oh, it worked beautifully. The Clampetts think Grunion are fierce, warlike people from the island of Grun.
Pietro, you load up the truck and fetch it around front.
Yes, sir.
Here, boy. Place this up front. It'll inspire the California folks to see their colors flying.
Granny, I ain't just sure that that is the official state flag.
Jed, this is Southern California.
Right you are.
And don't forget to load up the victuals I got ready in the kitchen.
Yes, ma'am.
Ellie, you ride shotgun on them victuals. They'll never get to the truck.
Yes, sir.
And you and Jethro put my big cooking kettle in the truck, too.
Yes, sir, Granny.
If this is a long siege, we might have to live off the land, like Mosby's Raiders.
Could be.
Look, Jed, who's that a-coming?
Strange-looking contraption they're driving.
Maybe it's a Grunion. Maybe they've done landed.
We'll soon find out.
Granny, Mr. Clampett?
It's Miss Jane.
Howdy, Miss Jane. What happened to your pretty red car?
It's in the garage. Mr. Drysdale had it repossessed.
Oh, that ought to put it in A1 shape.
What kind of a car is that?
It's a dune buggy, Granny. It's made especially to drive through soft sand.
You going to the desert?
No, the beach.
The beach.
Have you heard the Grunion is coming?
Yes, that's one of the reasons I'm going.
Are you going all by yourself?
Yes?
Ain't you scared?
Certainly not. Thousands of Southern Californians will be flocking to the beaches tonight in pursuit of the elusive Grunion.
Well, good for them. We's going too.
Yeah, the young'uns are loading up the truck right now.
It's a good idea to stake out an area early. By sundown, the beaches will be dotted with campfires.
Would you like to come with us, Miss Jane? Might not be safe for a woman alone.
Thank you, Mr. Clampett, but I've taken a little place at Malibu. You're welcome to make it your headquarters.
Fine and dandy.
Together we'll learn them Grunions a lesson they'll never forget.
Bravo! See you at the beach.
Well, Miss Jane, how will we know your place?
Well, it's a little gray shack that stands all alone at the south end of Malibu. This dune buggy will be parked on the lee side. Bye.
See you there.
There goes a spunky little woman.
I wonder what part of Dixie she comes from.
How you know she's from Dixie?
She's spunky. She's defending the south end of Malibu. Her headquarters is Confederate Gray, and she's parking her car on the Robert E. Lee side. If that don't spell Dixie, there ain't no cotton in Carolina.
Here comes the young'un.
Oh, Jed, forgot my medical bag.
You get everything?
Yes, sir, Pa.
We even throwed on tools and blankets in case we have to dig in for the night.
It's good to be prepared.
Where's Granny?
She'll be out directly.
Hurry up, Granny, let's go.
Anxious to hit the beach, huh, boy?
Yeah, we can't eat till we get there.
You can rest easy, folks. You got your own medic.
Hop on, Uncle Jed. Let's go.
Just a minute, boy. Before we starts in the battle with them fierce warlike Grunions, let's have a few words from our leader.
Oh, Granny, you know I ain't no hand at speeching.
Oh, please, Jed. Mosby always said a few inspiring words to his troops just before battle.
Come on, Pa.
There's them that say this ain't our quarrel. We ain't California folks born and bred. But I say this state has been mighty good to us. And when the trouble starts, we ain't about to run and hide. That's enough talking. Let's get to fight.
And eat.
Look out, Grunion! Here we come!
Greetings, Helen.
Miss Hathaway. I didn't recognize you for a moment. How are you?
Never happier. First vacation I've had since I went to work for old Scrooge. Here, these are for you, Helen.
What is it?
Grunion. I remember saying you'd never seen one, and these were left in my freezer from the last run.
So this is a Grunion. Rather like smelt, aren't they? Quite small.
Yes, takes about a dozen of them to make a meal.
Thanks ever so. I'll put these in the fridge down the hall.
Oh, let me do it for you. I have to go anyway.
I'm sorry you missed old Grump Grump.
Me too. No, in spite of everything, I still have a warm spot in my heart for the chief. Where is he?
Oh, he's in the garage, auctioning off your car.
The warm spot just froze over.
What's going on in here? Who's this hobo?
It's Miss Hathaway.
Oh, well, you've fallen on hard times since you left me.
No, I haven't.
Oh, yes, you have. I just sold your car for $25.
$25? Well, that car's worth thousands.
That was the highest bid.
Who bought it?
I did.
Where are we, Jethro?
Brinkley's in Malibu.
North Malibu or South Malibu?
I don't know.
Well, which direction is we going?
I don't know that either.
Jethro, you don't know nothing.
I do so.
You don't neither.
I do.
Don't.
Hold on. Don't you two start again. We's here to fight Grunions, not amongst ourselves.
Well, I don't see nobody toting guns.
Me neither.
It must be North Malibu. Them Yankees is gonna surrender without a fight.
Hey, how about we stop and eat?
No, first I think that we ought to pick out the stretch of beaches we're going to defend and dig in.
Oh, how about right here?
I ain't defending the Yankee end of Malibu.
I don't think it'd be many Grunion come here anyway. There's too many people. They'd probably pick out a lonely stretch of beach for their invasion.
Them's wise words, Jim. We got us a good leader.
And a hungry driver.
Looks like there's a lonely stretch of beach up ahead there, Pa.
Yeah, let's stop there and unload.
Don't you think we ought to try and find Miss Jane's Confederate headquarters first?
Be hard to see from the road, Granny. We'll scout along the beach after we dig in. There, that ought to do it.
We can hold off them Grunions real good from here.
Can we eat now?
Wait a minute. The fort ain't finished until our flag is up. There. When them Grunions see that, they'll know they're in for a fight.
Can we eat now? Fighting makes me hungry.
We ain't done no fighting, just digging.
Well, digging makes me hungry, too.
First, we gotta do some scouting.
Scouting really makes me hungry.
Everything makes you hungry. I think eating makes him hungry.
Hey, let's try it and see.
Looks like we're in for a real battle.
Is they coming?
No, I mean keeping Jethro out of the victuals.
Oh, want me to throw him down and set on him, Pa?
You and who else?
There's nobody.
That'll do. Now, first we're going to split up and look for Miss Jane's shack. Granny, you and Jethro go that way. Ellie and me will go this way.
Let's go, Granny.
Put down the victuals.
They won't be safe.
Put them down, boy. Now they're safe.
We's off, Jed.
Now, if anybody sees any Grunions coming, give the old Indian danger call. We all scoot back to the fort.
Right. Have you got that, Jethro?
Got what?
What would you do if you heard a wild turkey call?
I'd shoot him and eat him.
Come on, super stomach, let's go. Should we go, Pa?
Just a minute, Ellie. I want to take another look through the glass, see if I can spot any Grunions a coming. Uh-oh. I think I see one.
What's he doing, Pa?
He's just laying out there doggo in the water, paddling himself around on a little flat boat. Take a look.
I don't see him.
Keep a looking. Sometimes he kind of hides behind a wave.
Oh, I see him now. He don't appear to be toting no gun.
I figure he is a scout, Ellie. He's just laying out there spying on us.
Sure ain't wearing much clothes.
Yeah. Poor little Grunion's probably half froze.
What you reckon we ought to do? When I should swim out there and yank him in?
No, Ellie. We let them make the first move. We'll just kind of check on him from time to time.
Ellie Mae, Mr. Clampett. Oh, I'm glad I found you.
Howdy, Miss Jane.
Granny and Jethro just took off down that way to look for your shack.
What a shame. It's this away.
Yeah, a little exercise won't hurt him.
What a clever idea. You've built a revetment for protection.
Yes, ma'am.
Sometimes the wind becomes quite brisk and cold. This will shield your fire.
Oh, yes, ma'am. We aim to fire at the Grunion through these slots here.
Oh, no, Mr. Clampett. You don't shoot Grunion.
You don't?
No, you capture them by hand.
Is that a fact?
I guess they're quite small and completely defenseless.
Don't they put up no fight?
They struggle at first when you grab them, but they're really not hard to handle.
And they just let you capture them?
Thousands of them are taken every time they come in.
Oh, they've been in here before, huh?
Oh, yes, for years and years.
Don't they never win?
Oh, some of them manage to escape back to the ocean, but most of them are just stranded on the beach.
And they just keep coming back?
Practically every full moon.
You know, it sounds to me like Grunion ain't too smart.
But they're not. They're purely creatures of instinct with a tiny little brain.
Kind of wonder whether it was worthwhile coming down here.
Oh, you'll enjoy it. Grunion hunting is considered a great sport.
What do you do with them after you catch them?
Many people take them home.
Is that a fact?
Well, they make a delicious dinner.
Oh, they cooks good, does it?
Well, they fry especially well. Of course, it takes at least a dozen of them to make a meal.
That's not taking it home, Paul.
It's a matter of personal taste. Well, I must be dashing back. My place is just over that point yonder. Come see me.
Quick as Granny and Jethro gets back.
Well, tally-ho. Happy hunting.
Bye, Miss Jane.
See you later.
Well, Ellie, I'm afraid we ain't in for much of a scrap.
Sure sounds that way. Is that Grunion still out there, Paul?
Yep, there he is. They is the poorest boat builders. That thing ain't got no sides, and it looks slick as glass. Now the darn fool's trying to stand up on it.
Let me see, Paul.
Too late, he just fell off.
Them Grunions must be dumb as Jethro.
Ellie, if Jethro was to take his brain to the Isle of Grun, they'd make him king. Come on, let's go find some firewood.
We must have walked clean to Mexico and back.
We never did find Miss Jane's shack.
Well, it just happens that it's that way around that point yonder.
Well, let's go see her.
Oh, no, not me. I ain't taking another step on an empty stomach. Either feed me or shoot me.
Really, victuals would set good with everybody right now.
I'll get busy.
Paul and me seen a Grunion.
You did?
Yes, ma'am. He's right out there in the water.
Point him out to me, Ellie, and I'll throw down on the rascal.
Now, hold it, Granny. Miss Jane says that you don't shoot Grunion.
You don't?
Oh, you got a hand fight him.
You're greening me.
No, that's right, Granny. They's puny little rascals, and they don't tote guns. So when they comes up on the beach, you just grab them.
What do you do with them?
Well, some folks takes them home and make servants out of them.
No.
Yes, ma'am. Miss Jane says they cooks real good.
Of course, they ain't in your class, Granny. You can whomp up victuals all by yourself, but it takes 12 of them to make a meal.
I wouldn't want them around the house.
Yeah, it would kind of crowd the kitchen, and it'd spatter things up a mite. They mostly fries things.
Granny, you ought to see their boats. They ain't nothing but slippery boards.
And they don't ride them none too good, neither.
Sounds like them Grunions ain't got much going for them.
Is we gonna eat or is we gonna rap?
We's gonna eat, boy. Ellie, light my fire.
Yes, Granny.
Hold everything. The invasion is commenced.
Sure enough, Paul?
Yonder comes them Grunion riding their little boat.
Let me see, Jed. They must have claws on their feet. They's riding, standing up.
Let me see, Granny. They short of boats, Paul. Some of them's coming in piggyback. You want this, Jethro?
Can I eat it?
Of course not.
Then I don't want it.
I reckon one of us ought to run down the beach and warn Miss Jane the Grunions is coming.
I'll go, Paul.
Is it safe?
When it comes to hand fighting, I'll put Ellie up against anything the island of Grun can throw at us.
I'll hurry back.
Jethro, are you gonna sit there and let your girl cousin do all the fighting?
I'm gonna sit here till I eat something.
Oh, all right. Here. can gnaw on this ham hock whilst I'm fixing the stew. I gave Jethro a ham hock to gnaw on whilst... There it goes, bone and all.
Watch out for splinters.
Hey, didn't I see you out in the water riding that little boat?
Yeah,
You a Grunion?
a Grunion?
From the island of Grun.
No.
Oh, yes, you are. Drop that boat and defend yourself.
Look, I don't know what kind of a trip you're on, but
Now, let's have the truth. Are you a Grunion?
No,
Yes, you are. Confess now.
I'm not a Grunion.
This is your last chance. Are you a Grunion?
If you say I'm a Grunion, I'm a Grunion.
Did you paddle over here from the island of Grun?
Anything you say,
You surrender?
unconditionally.
Okay. You're my prisoner.
I declare them Grunion has got to be the poorest sailors that ever put to sea. They's falling off them little boats right and left.
Where, Jed?
You can't see 'em without the telescope.
Why, they is riding real good. Whoops! Whoops!
Hey, everybody! Look what I got.
What is it, Ellie?
This here's a genuine Grunion from the island of Grun.
Well, doggy. Look at here, Jethro.
Ellie Mae done caught the first Grunion. What do you say to that?
Hey, can I have another ham hock?
No, you can't. Now, you get up. You ain't getting another bite to eat until you go catch yourself a Grunion. Now, get...
Oh. So you is a Grunion, huh?
Say something in Grun.
He talks American, Granny.
I figure that island must be close by if they can get here on them little boat.
Scrawny little thing.
Looks half starved.
Cold, too.
Here, this'll keep you warm. Are you hungry?
Yeah, man.
No. She's a girl. This is a man. Understand?
Yeah, man.
No, I'm not a man neither.
He don't know a woman when he sees one.
Maybe they don't have no women on the island of Grun.
It could explain why so many fellas leaves there and comes here.
Well, sit down, little fella, and I'll give you something to eat.
Excuse me, ma'am. Is you a Grunion?
A Grunion?
Please, just answer yes or no. I'm too hungry to beat around the bush.
I'm hungry myself, but this...
If you's a Grunion from the island of Grun, we can go over yonder where Granny's fixing us a mess of victuals and have us the greatest supper you ever had in your whole life.
Like what?
Like ham hocks and chicken and gravy and beef stew and hot cornbread. You name it, we got it.
Oh, you're turning me on.
Does that mean you're a Grunion?
From the island of Grun. Let's eat.
How you doing, little Grunion?
This chicken is wild.
No, it's just your regular backyard chicken. Would you like some gravy?
Groovy.
On the island of Grun, they call gravy groovy.
Sure would like to get a look at that island. Oh, here comes Jethro.
And he ain't empty-handed.
What you got there, boy?
Granny, this here is a girl Grunion.
Well, there goes the reason for the fellas leaving.
You want something to eat, girl Grunion?
Groovy.
They loves that stuff.
I could use some chicken and groovy myself.
Well, sit down, everybody. We'll all eat.
Hi there. I'm a girl Grunion. What are you?
I'm a boy Grunion.
They can't even tell each other apart.
He is pitiful. Just pitiful.
Pitiful, downright pitiful.
There's a little bit of stew left. Anybody still hungry?
I am.
Jethro, let the...
Make servants out of them, but that ain't our way.
Why don't we give it a try?
Jethro, here, boy.
Take us down to the ocean. Don't come back till it's finished.
Yes, sir. Jethro? Yes, sir.
Miss Thompson, this is a grunion.
Yes, sir.
As anyone can see, it is a fish.
Wait, you better hang on to these blankets. You was half froze when the young ones fetched you here.
Oh, I've got some clothes down the beach.
Me too.
Well, bye now.
See you around.
Don't forget your promise.
Yeah, and stay out of mischief.
We will.
You know, Granny, them grunions ain't a bad sort.
Wonder why Mr. Drysdale told us that they were fierce and warlike.
Beats me.
I wanted to invite you for dinner. I have a whole bunch of frozen grunion.
Well, we just had a couple of cold ones ourselves.
Only 2?
Yeah, Jethro caught one and Ellie caught one.
Hardly worth cooking.
Yeah, Granny, I had a whole kettle full of stew anyway.
Well, I'm sorry you won't be here when the main wave of grunion hit the beach. I'm sure you'd catch a lot of them.
Well, I'll tell you, Miss Jane, they ain't scrappy enough to make it interesting. They said grunions was fierce, warlike fighters from the island of Grunt.
Yes, I know.
They ain't fighters at all. These puny little folks about so high.
Folks?
Yeah, Jethro fetched him in a girl grunya. I'll bet she wouldn't weigh out 100 pounds. He was going to take her home for a servant, but I wouldn't let him.
You still think grunion are people?
Sure, of course. It's kind of a poor excuse for people. Well, that was real bright.
Gotta be honest with you, Uncle Jed. It wasn't. In fact, it was kind of dumb. No. Oh, yes, sir. You see, that's where education really pays off. I can tell the difference betwixt what's smart and what's dumb.
Fix a tire, boy.
That boy's got a lot of grunion in him, Jed.
From the neck up, he's got it made.
Except that Jethro will fight for the right cause.
Like a pork chop.
Can't understand why Mr. Drysdale was called back into the Navy to fight those poor little grunion goomers.
We'll have to ask him about that.
And the Clampetts believed you?
Why, certainly. I was wearing this combat uniform. I backed up that story with your newspaper.
Grunion coming tonight, huge invasion predicted. Oh, Chief, how rotten!
What do you mean, rotten? I was brilliant.
Well, I can see you haven't changed. Goodbye.
Wait, come back. Don't leave.
I refuse to return to the same dishonesty and deceit that forced me to leave.
Oh, please, Miss Hathaway. Don't leave me. I'll change, I swear it. Give me another chance. I need you.
Chief, if I could only believe you'd really change.
I will, I promise.
Do you promise to live a life of truth and honesty?
I do.
Do you promise to never again use trickery or deceit?
I do.
Do you promise to relinquish the quest for the almighty dollar and to seek instead the virtues of kindness, generosity, and charity?
I do so promise.
You knelt before me, Drysdale the Despicable. Arise and henceforth be known as Melbourne the Good.
Thank you, milady.
Now, your first task is to go to the Clampetts, confess everything, purge yourself of all lies, and throw yourself upon their mercy.
Will you come with me, noble lady? It will give me strength and courage.
Of course, noble knight.
Thank you. You have saved me.
Oh, how marvelous. You're together again.
Miss Thompson, you see before you a new man, cleansed of all greed and avarice, dedicated to truth and honor.
Yes, he's on his way now to confess his trickery to the Clampetts.
Good show. They'll be quite surprised to hear that grunion aren't really people.
Surprised? You mean they still believe my story?
Oh, absolutely. They mistook a couple of surfers for grunion.
Chief?
Then I could have gone off to fight the invaders.
Chief!
I'm still a hero.
Chief!
What?
I'll leave you!
Who needs you?
What happened to my noble knight?
He's back in the saddle. Get lost.
Mr. Tracy, in the blue blazes happened to you? Did you have an accident?
Well, if you call hitting Suicide Beach on Grun an accident, I had one.
You been to the island of Grun?
I went in with the first wave. It was awful.
You know, Mr. Drysdale, we run into a couple of them grunion down in Malibu. They wasn't no scrappers at all.
Of course not. When things got hot, the cowards and weaklings fled the island. You met the deserters, I met the fighters.
Mr. Drysdale, What happened?
Granny, it appears them Grunion that we run into was a couple of culls. The Navy went into Grun and had them a real battle. You sure have been through. Come in.
Oh, darn it, the medic has found me.
Seaman Drysdale, you shouldn't be on your feet. Excuse me, folks, but this man has lost a lot of blood.
Oh, there's plenty more of that came from. How soon can I go back into combat?
Combat? Why, they're waiting for you in surgery. He's carrying at least 10 pounds of shrapnel in this brave body.
All right, I'll go under one condition.
What's that?
No anesthetic.
But you could be on the operating table for 10 hours.
I don't care. I must keep awake, alert, and ready to fulfill my obligation to Mr. Clampett.
Me? What are you talking about?
You have entrusted your fortune to my care. And while I'm unconscious, someone might talk you into making a withdrawal from my bank.
He wouldn't do that to you. You're a hero.
Hero second, a banker first.
Mr. Drysdale, I won't draw out no money.
Do I have your word?
Yes, sir. Not a penny.
Very well, medic. I'm ready. Tell the surgeons to save everything they take out of my body. And after the operation, I want them to strap me into the cockpit of a plane, and I'm going to drop that shrapnel on the capital of Grun. They haven't seen the last of Spunky Drysdale.
Take good care of him, Doctor.
Oh, I will. He's the greatest man I've ever seen. And if his bank is as strong as he is, that's where I'm going to deposit my money.
Your agent was right. You're a very convincing actor.
Thank you.
Well, see you later.
Hey, wait a minute. Now, what about my money?
Oh, bring it by the bank tomorrow.
Bring it.
Well, didn't you just say you were going to deposit your money in my bank?
Well, you told me to say that.
Well, I believed you. You're very convincing. See you tomorrow.
You call me, Pa?
Yeah, Ellie. Didn't you say the main wave of Grunion's coming in tonight?
Yes, sir, and I just talked to Mark down in San Diego. He says they're already coming in there.
There ain't no time to lose.
Well, tires fixed and trucks unloaded. Now can we eat?
Oh, boy. We're going back to the beach.
Now?
That's right.
Well, what for?
To fight the Grunion.
We done whopped them.
Not the fighters.
They is coming in tonight.
All the way from Grun? On them little tiny boats in the dark?
That's right. And they is mean.
I'll tell you something else. They is dumb. Come on, boys.
Miss Hathaway, am I time for the protest meeting?
Yes, Sue, but are you sure you want to join us? After all, you're new here.
Oh, yes, we believe in women's liberation in Sweden.
Oh, good.
Besides that, I've been here long enough to know that Mr. Drysdale is a drummer.
Well, what does that mean?
Beast.
You're one of us. Come on.
Really, now we've got to go down to the...
Girls, quiet, please. Quiet, please, girls. Girls, we are now all assembled. So let's hear from our leader, Jane Hathaway.
Girls, please. Thank you very much. Girls of the Commerce Bank, as you know, I did not seek this position of leadership. But as one who has suffered longest and most grievously under the tyrannical rule of that dastardly dictator, Milburn Drysdale.
Now, we've got to
You have asked me to be your leader, and I accept. I shall not waste time detailing his latest act of perfidy. You have all heard how he invented the Isle of Grun to achieve his own greedy purpose. Please. Therefore, I suggest that we use the name Grun as a symbol of our resistance to the unfair neglect to which we have all been subjected. That's right. Under Milburn, the miserable. Now, girls, please. Now, Helen and I have made several of these. Pass among you and be picketing the bank when the beasts of Beverly Hills return. Picketing up and down and
Hey, what's going on here? Clear out of my office. Back to your dad.
All right, no. Stand firm, girls. Do not cringe before the despot.
So you're the troublemaker.
There will be no trouble if you agree to treat these girls fairly.
Yes, we demand women's liberation.
Okay, you're liberated. You can have your next meeting at the unemployment office.
No, don't panic, girls. Don't panic. He can't run this bank without you. Rally behind your banner.
Girls resist unfair neglect. What does that mean?
It means that these girls wanted to be treated like men.
Yes, we want the same pay as men. We want the same treatment as men.
Okay, you'll get it. Charlie, there's a bunch of guys rioting up in my office. Send up the bank guards with mace, tear gas, and clubs.
Girls! Don't worry. We'll hold our protest meeting on the beach at Malibu.
At the beach?
Yes! The Grunion are running tonight. There'll be thousands of people to watch our demonstration. We'll even have a fireworks display.
A fireworks display? Well, can we afford that?
Well, actually, it's being put on by the city fathers, but why give men the credit? Listen to this. I have been making up some marching chants. Listen. We are the girls from Gun. We want our place in the sun. We'll fight till we win. We'll never give in. And Drysdale's on the run.
We are the girls from Gun. We want our place in the sun. We'll never give in. We'll fight till we win. And Drysdale's on the run.
I wish they'd hurry back. It's spooky out here all alone at night. Halt! Who goes there? Friend or Grunion?
Friend.
Give the password.
Bug tussle.
Advance and be recognized.
It's me.
What you got there?
Granny, this here is what you call a Grunion bucket. Appears we won't be needing our guns.
Not even for the mean Grunions, the night fighters?
Nope. First fella I run into says, "What you doing with a gun?" I says, "I'm hunting Grunion." He says, "Here's what you use for Grunion." He handed me this bucket.
What do? Slap it over their head and capture them?
No. Inside the bucket is these little fish.
Fish?
Yeah. All up and down the beach, folks was picking up the fish and putting them in the buckets.
What for?
And there's I can figure. When a Grunion comes in, you throw the fish at him.
That ain't gonna turn back no invasion.
Now, Granny, you get hit in the face with a bucket of fish, and you ain't exactly gonna feel welcome.
What a war. You throw fish at one another. Why don't we kick sand at the Grunions? That'll scare them off.
Granny, I'd agree with you if we hadn't seen how they shot up Mr. Drysdale.
Well, if they fight so fierce on their island, how come there's nothing over here?
Well, I reckon after they paddle them slippery boats all the way from Grun, they ain't got no fight left.
Oh, Granny! The Grunions is here.
The invasion has commenced, has it?
Yes, ma'am. Miss Jane's done caught herself a whole slew of girl Grunions.
All girls?
Yes, sir. And guess who they's mostly mad at?
Who?
Mr. Drysdale.
That makes sense. He went into Grun fighting.
Miss Jane was leading these prisoners along, and they was saying, "We's the girls from Grun. We want our place in the sun. We'll never give in. We'll fight till we win, and Drysdale's on the run."
I reckon they don't know he's in the hospital.
You'll be proud to know Miss Jane has took up the fight.
Where's Jethro? I thought you two was together.
Well, I reckon I run so fast I left him behind. Put me down. Put me down.
Oh, no, you is mine. Look here, Uncle Jet. I captured me a girl from Grun.
You did not. She's one of Miss Jane's.
Is that true? Do you belong to Miss Hathaway's bunch?
Yes, ma'am.
Put her down, boy.
Miss Jane won't miss her. She's got a whole flock of them.
Put her down, boy.
Släpp ner med din drummel.
See? She's even talking to me in Grun.
Let her go, Jethro.
Now, don't you try to get away. I'm taking you home with me.
You ain't taking her no place.
Don't worry, man. We'll see he behaves. So you're from Grun, huh?
That's right.
When did you hit the beach?
About a half hour ago.
Where's all your men folks?
Oh, Gran doesn't have any men.
No men at all?
No, nothing but women.
So long.
Where are you going, boy?
I'm swimming to Grun. That's my kind of island.
Paul, want me to go out and fetch him back?
No, let him have a swim. It'll cool him off.
Ula. Oh, you're with the Clampets. Hello again.
Hi, Miss Jane.
What's the news? How goes the battle?
It's nip and tuck. Mr. Drysdale says he'll never surrender to the girls of Grun.
Did you hear that, Jed? Old Spunky's back in the thick of it again.
But Miss Hathaway says he's weakening.
He was kind of weak to start with.
Girls!
Over here, Miss Hathaway.
Greetings, friends. Ula. Helen, come quickly. The girls of Grun are on the verge of victory.
Oh, we are?
Yes, Mr. Drysdale's about to surrender. Come on.
Poor Mr. Drysdale, after putting up such a brave scrap.
It ain't over yet. If you ask me, it's going to take more than an island full of women to whip Spunky Drysdale and the United States Navy.
Oh, Granny, look!
I told you, Spunky and the boys in blue is making another run at it.
I wouldn't want to be on Grun now.
Me neither. He is really catching it tonight.
I have spent some miserable nights in my time, but last night out-miserabled all of them. That sleeping on the beach is for the birds. It's one thing to be woke up in the morning with the sun hitting you in the eye, and it's another thing to be woke up with the tide slapping you in the face. The next time them grunions want to invade the beach, they can have it.
We all had a miserable night. We got a long drive home, and ain't no use rehashing it.
Yeah, I suppose you're right.
Y'all think you had a miserable night on the beach. I spent the night in the ocean.
Well, it's your own fault, boob. Trying to swim to the island of Grun.
Yeah, just 'cause there ain't nothing there but women.
Well, can you think of a better reason?
That'll do.
I'd have made it, too, if I hadn't run into that doggone old shark.
Sure. I hear they bite's pretty vicious.
Oh, he got in the first lick. Then I grabbed that rascal and chomped him more ways than trout lays in a barrel.
Ellie, you sure that there was no men in that bunch of grunions that Miss Jane caught?
Oh, yes, ma'am, I seen them. They was all girl prisoners.
I seen them, too, Granny. Miss Jane was leading them down the beach, and they was chanting their war cry.
Drysdale must have hired strike breakers.
Howdy, ma'am. Remember me?
What's that name? What's the name? The drummer?
Hey, she's talking to me in Grun again.
You were right. It's a goon squad. And the head goon just got Ula. Put it down.
What are you doing, boy? Uncle Jed, this is the girl from Grun you maybe turned loose last night.
Well, turn her loose again.
Oh, please let me keep her.
Put her down.
Gee whiz.
How would you like a karate chop?
Swell. I'm starving.
Get back on the truck and behave yourself.
But she's gonna feed me.
Do as I tell you.
Doggone, I never get to do nothing.
I'm sorry about the boy. I'd like to say he ain't himself today, but I'm afraid he is.
Are you people goons?
No, he's the Clampett. I'm Jed. The boy here is Jethro, Granny, Ellie Mae.
Hi. Howdy, Grun girls.
Y'all still prisoners?
I'll say we are. And this bank is our prison.
Well, we seen you walking around out here this morning. Was you doing your exercises?
I'm afraid that's about all it'll amount to.
Now, let's not get too pessimistic. Maybe Miss Hathaway will get better conditions for us.
Miss Jane has shook up your cause, has she?
Yes, bless her heart.
She's trying the best she can to see that we get decent treatment.
That sure does sound like Miss Jane.
Yes, but she won't get anywhere with old Drysdale.
Oh, so he's the one that's keeping you...
Say it's wrong for Mr. Drysdale to keep them prisoners in his bank.
Granny, they's from Grun. They's the enemy.
Well, he must treat them mean, and Miss Jane wouldn't be taking their side.
He probably locks them up in the vault.
And makes them tote around bags of money.
And wash and iron dirty dollar bills.
And makes them lift them big old heavy mortgages.
And shine nickels and dimes with silver polish.
Well, I wish they was here so they could help me unload the truck and fry up a pan of them karate chops.
Shame on you.
You're as bad as Mr. Drysdale.
But, Granny, they's prisoners of war.
But they still girls and supposed to be treated nice.
'Cause why?
Because they are gentle and delicate creatures.
Says who?
Says me.
Phone call was from... How can you lay there taking a nap while the women folks unload the truck?
Uncle Jed.
Get up from there, boy. You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Oh,
What's the matter with your back?
my gentle, delicate girl cousin locked her broke it.
He provoked her, Jed.
That's right, Pa.
Well, anyway, that was Miss Jane on the phone. She's fixing to bring them Grun girls over here.
Good. Now they won't have to stay in the clutches of that mean old Mr. Drysdale.
Yeah.
Well, you can't fault him too much. After all, they was prisoners of war.
Oh, watch it, Uncle Jed. You like to get your head handed to you.
Get through?
It's a leash for my dog. Rover, come boy. Here's your leash. Oh, please, Miss Hathaway. Bring these lovely ladies up to my office and we can talk.
We're through talking. That's right. We are through.
Well, then we'll sing. We'll sing. We're the girls from Grun. We want our place in the sun. I hold the Dario, and Drysdale's on the run. Kind of cute. It's a catchy little tune, don't you think?
Well, girls, shall we give him another chance?
No.
Don't trust him.
Down with the male chauvinist pig.
Oh, come on, girls. Give the old piggy another chance. Please, let's talk.
What'll we talk about?
Raises, bonuses, vacation with pay, health and welfare, pension and profit sharing, you name it, and we'll discuss it.
Equal opportunities with men?
Equal pay for equal jobs?
Equal? Why not better?
Well, girls, maybe we should give him another chance.
I guess so.
Why not?
Oh, that's better, that's better. Now, everyone up my office. 3 donuts and coffee out of the house. Through these portals past the most beautiful girls in the banking world. Oh, dolls, sweetheart, lovely. And when you get there, make yourself at home. I'll be just a moment. Golly. When they're all in my office, lock the door and shut off the phone.
That's what you call a genuine Grunmobile from the island of Grun. I'll go fetch Jethro. I bet he'd like to see this.
Is Miss Jane and the Grun girls in there?
No, they're at the bank.
I suppose you've got 'em locked in the vault.
No, I didn't think of it.
What?
No, I wouldn't think of it.
Granny, come look here at this.
Land sakes, Ellie. He treats them poor girls worse than we thought.
Mr. Drysdale, you hadn't ought to step on her secretary.
That's just a caricature.
It don't make no difference what she does.
What?
You hadn't have stomped on her neck and hit her with a whip.
Mr. Drysdale, girls is gentle, delicate creatures.
Ha!
Yeah, they ought to be treated nice.
Baloney.
What did you say?
I said baloney.
Ellie, don't fling him. He's pert near my age. Let me fling him.
Mr. Drysdale, what happened?
Looks like the work of my gentle, delicate girl cousin.
Don't worry about him, Jed. He's a fast healer. If he can get up from an operating table, he can get up from there. How do you feel?
Terrible.
Well, now, don't you worry. I got just the thing for you. This'll perk you up. Now, open your mouth and swallow this. I told you it would perk you up.
What was that stuff? It tasted like turpentine.
That's what it was.
What? Water! Water!
How's Mr. Drysdale?
Well, I got him on his feet, Jed.
Good.
Yep, he's up and running around like a spring chicken.
Miss Jane and the girls from Grun ain't showed up yet.
You know, I'm getting worried about them prisoners, Jed. Old Drysdale's probably got them chained up in a dungeon.
I don't hardly think so.
Well, I'm going down to the bank and see for myself.
Well, girls of Grun, we who are still dressed salute you. And many thanks to you all for your contribution.
Yes, never before have so many peeled off so much for so few.
And a special thanks to you, Ulla. You gave your all.
Åh, snälla någon, se på värmen.
Oh, I guess that means good luck in Swedish.
Oh, no, it means please somebody turn the heat up.
Well, we're off to the Clampets to slay Drysdale the Dragon.
we shall return.
It's all right, Helen. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your kind attention. Be sure to catch our next show when my partner here will dive 14 stories into a cup of tepid tea.
What's going on here?
Two girls just climbed out that window and down those clothes.
Why, that's Mr. Drysdale's office.
He puts on a pretty good show. Hey, anybody else coming down?
No, we can't. We're not dressed.
And we're locked in.
I noted. Hang on, girls. Help is a-coming.
Hey, this is a wild bank. I think I'll open an account.
There's our Grunmobile. He's still here.
We've got him trapped, Helen. Gird yourself for battle.
I'm awful sorry Miss Jane didn't get here with them Grun girls. I was hoping to hear both sides of the story.
There's only one side. My side, the right side.
Wonder what happened to them.
Well, they were afraid to face me and have you learn the truth. They're not only subversive troublemakers, they're cowards.
Keep open this door.
Sounds like he's here.
They are. Run for your life. They're dangerous.
You said he was cowards.
They are. But it's 2 against 1.
Now, you're going to get what's coming to you, you miserable fink.
Don't you dare talk to Mr. Clappett like that. I'll protect you, sir.
Oh, Mr. Claggett, we welcome the opportunity to have you hear the truth.
Yes.
Don't listen to them. They'll brainwash you.
Guys, let me hear their side of the story.
It's nothing but a subversive pack of lies. They're trying to undermine the American way of life.
All we're trying to do is to get you to pay us decent wages.
And give us decent working conditions.
You see, I told you they were subversive.
Oh, she...
See, she attacked a wounded veteran. They're vicious. Mr. Drysdale, will you please let me hear what these girls have to say?
Thank you, Mr. Clappett. Now, first of all,
What's going on here?
Well, Granny, I'm trying to get both sides of the Grun situation. Mr. Drysdale ain't making it easy.
I suggest we eject him from the premises.
Good idea.
Now, hold on, girls. I'm a doctor. This man is my patient, and nobody touches him but me.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you. I'm a sick man.
The sickest.
Mr. Drysdale's going back to his bank under my care. Oh, girls, that Grunmobile will make a dandy ambulance. Will you drive us?
But, Granny, I don't know the whole story yet.
I do. I'll tell it to you later. There's a surprise ending. All right, Mr. Drysdale, hop out.
No!
Come on. Equal treatment for men and women. That's what we's gonna have.
Who was that?
That's the president of this bank.
I think I'll close my account.
Paul and Jethro is up. They'll be down to breakfast in a few minutes.
Good. Let's get our signs and commence picketing for the women's lib.
Oh, Bessie, I pretty near forgot your sign. Here you are.
Ellie, them girls at the bank didn't say nothing about apes lib.
Well, Bessie's a girl.
Never mind, I hear the men are coming.
What's going on?
Read
take a couple. Where is they?
What's this all about?
Us women who have suffered for centuries of
Discrimination and subservience.
yeah. And we hereby demand equality and proclaim
Our independence from the domination of men.
right.
Where'd you hear that speech?
Oh, the girl down at the bank learned it to us.
But it's what's in the minds and hearts of women everywhere.
We got to have our freedom.
Could we talk about this after breakfast? That coffee smells awful good.
Would you like me to pour it for you?
Well, yeah, thanks.
Well, here I go, male supremacist.
What'd you do that for?
For women's lib. Make your own coffee.
Well, okay, but what's women's lib?
Liberation from the tyranny of
Chauvinistic male dictatorship.
right.
I looked all over the place. I can't find no women. These signs is what you call false advertising. Get rid of them.
How would you like to have it wrapped around your head?
Ellie, don't stoop to the level of the male brute.
Yes, ma'am, Granny. Come on, Bessie.
Uncle Jed, what are you doing?
Making coffee.
Men ain't supposed to do that. That's what women is for. Here, Granny. Get busy.
Take it easy, boy.
But I'm hungry. I want my breakfast.
Boy, go sit at the table.
That's more like it. Here, Granny, I'll have a double helping everything.
There goes your typical pleasure-seeking male animal. You men is all alike. All you want to do is eat and get to your country club.
Country club?
Whilst us women stay home and slave. You is out shooting golfs, and tennis, martini on the rocks, and having steam saunas.
Are you husky guards afraid of three girls?
No, just one of them. That's Susie.
Okay, I'm impressed. Now let's make peace. Come back to work for me, and you'll get a raise and a bonus.
Hooray! Victory at last!
No, not you two, just Susie.
Just me?
Right. Forget these losers and work for me. You'll have a combination job as my secretary and bodyguard. You'll have a great deal. Just sign right here on the dotted line.
I thought we were going to have breakfast at our country club.
We don't belong to no country club.
Well, then where are we going to eat?
Right here.
Well, who's going to cook?
Looks like you're going to be one of us.
Okay. I'll have bacon and eggs, ham and grits, pancakes and sausage, lots of toast and jelly, and a side order of hush puppies.
You sure that's enough?
You better start me off with a big bowl of cereal covered with bananas and strawberries.
No steak and taters?
Okay, as long as you cook and throw that in, too. And rare on a steak.
Get through. Get up from there. We're going to match pennies for this.
After breakfast, Uncle Jed, I'm too hungry to play games now.
You're going to match pennies to see who does the cooking. The other one will wash the dishes.
Okay. I'll match you.
Heads.
Tails.
You do the cooking, I'll wash the dishes.
Okay.
Call me when you're ready.
I'm ready for you, Uncle Jed.
What all did you cook?
Everything that was in the icebox. Ham hocks, a couple dozen eggs, side of bacon, grits, and I even warmed up the leftover pot roast and taters.
Them victuals smells good.
They tasted good, too.
You ate them?
Yep.
All of them?
Yep.
Then why did you call me in?
Well, now it's time for your half of the work. I done the cooking. You wash the dishes.
Look, Granny, Pa's home.
You and Jethro must have sneaked in the back way.
I reckon so. Ladies, can we talk for a minute?
What about?
Women's lib.
Is you for it or again it?
I'm for it. Now, can we talk?
No use talking. The rights that we are seeking is, What is that again, Ellie?
Non-negotiable.
That means we gotta get 'em.
You got it.
You giving in, Paul?
Absolutely.
You surrenders?
Unconditional.
Now, will you stop playing with that ape and get at it? You and Granny done wasted half the day.
Ellie, back to the women's lib.
Ellie, the boy didn't mean. He was just...
Boy, this is ridiculous. A Hollywood playboy washing clothes. If word was to get out to the Hollywood gossip columnists and fan magazines, I'd be the laughing stock of Schwab's drugstore.
What's that?
Well, that's kind of a meeting place for Hollywood celebrities. I hangs out there a lot, except when they runs me off.
Well, I don't think they'll be running you off today. By the time you get through washing and ironing, it's going to be tomorrow.
Jim, have you ever thought what I might do if I was forced to continue this humiliating kind of work?
No, what might you do?
I might just run away from home.
That's the first ray of sunshine on a dark day.
Well, how are you superior male dictators doing?
We're doing the best we can.
Paul, you don't have to wash clothes like this. There's a washer right yonder.
We didn't know how to run it.
What do you think you're doing?
Darn it, socks.
Granny, look at this.
You ain't darning socks. You're ruining them.
I'm doing the best I can.
You'll have to walk awful pigeon-toed to wear these.
I reckon it will take a while for me to get the knack of it.
Granny, let's help Paul.
Only if he's ready to change his ways.
I'm ready.
Do you admit that men ain't superior?
I'll put it in writing.
Are you through grinding women under your heels?
Oh, yeah, no more of that.
Are you for women's lib?
Heart and soul.
All right, Ellie. You take over the darning. I'll finish the washing.
Yes'm, Granny.
Well, it's about time you lazy women was back to work.
Jethro.
Here, Granny. It's a good thing you's back carrying your own weight. I just about had it with you two.
Jethro.
Come on, Ellie. These men ain't learned their lesson.
Jethro.
Sure got dark all of a sudden, Uncle Jed. Hey, where's Granny and Ellie?
They got mad and left again.
Well, what did you do to upset them this time?
Welcome to the picket line, girls. Still be joined by twice our number.
Girls, I would like to introduce my combination secretary and bodyguard, Bonsai Sakito. Now, I'm asking you once more to hop into that pile of junk and leave.
We refuse.
And my car is not a pile of junk.
Bonsai, show the young lady that she is wrong. Now, would you girls like to try for demolished heads?
Get him, Susie.
Onna ro kaiho undo wa yaburemashita.
What did you say?
I said, woman's lib is for the birds. Let's get out of here.
No sign of the ambulance yet?
Ambulance? Who needs an ambulance?
Oh, Jethro hurt himself.
Well, I'm a doctor. Why didn't you call me?
Well, you got more important things, Granny. This women's lib movement.
Nonsense. My own kith and kin is hurt. How'd it happen?
Well, he was scrubbing the floor, and he slipped in some suds and whopped his head, something awful. Very late, Doctor.
Oh, that poor boy. Here, Ellie, quick. Mop up the rest of those suds so nobody else will slip and fall. I'll take care of this poor
worked, Uncle Jed. Look at old Ellie Mae mop that floor.
Jethro.
And Granny, there's lots of clothes that needs ironing. And then commence fixing victuals, because I'm hungry.
Jethro.
Come on, Ellie.
Jethro.
It got dark again.
Hey, where's Granny and Ellie?
They got mad and left.
Oh, don't tell me.
Yeah, I upset them again.
You know something? I ain't too happy with you.
Really? Well, I'm tickled pink with you.
How's it going, boy? It's going terrible. This is wrecking my whole image. If someone was to take a picture of me like this, I'd never get into Harvard.
Harvard?
Yeah, you gotta have class to get in there.
Seems I've heard about that place.
Of course you have. Next to Schwab's, it's the classiest drugstore on Hollywood Boulevard.
Well, we see to it that nobody takes a picture.
Uncle Jed, is Ellie and Granny still picketing?
I'm afraid so.
Well, I'm getting hungry. You aim to cook me something?
Well, I hadn't planned on it.
Well, gee whiz, I cooked the last meal.
You ate it, too.
Well, there you are. I'm doing everything. The eating, the cooking,
The scorching?
Huh?
You just burn a hole in your pants.
You was wrong, Uncle Jed.
Good.
They's your pants.
Tell me, boy, have you given any more thought to running away?
If one more thing goes wrong around here, I might.
Name it. Well, Mr. Drysdale, this is Jed Clampett. Tell me, is them girls at your bank still picketing for women's lib?
No, sir. I put a stop to that foolishness. They are? Granny and Ellie? Well, leave them to me, Mr. Clampett. I have learned how to handle militant women. Yes, I'll take over from here. Bye. Banzai, we've got another rebellion to put down.
Oh, howdy, Mr. Drysdale. I mean, male supremacist.
Oppressor of women.
Granny, Ellie, I am here in response to a call for help from Mr. Clampett.
Oh, you gonna do the cooking and washing for Pa and Jethro? It sure will be good news for them.
The only thing I'm here to do is to put a stop to this women's lib foolishness.
It ain't foolishness.
I say it is. And Banzai will demonstrate the unquestionable superiority of men. Banzai?
Who's that goomer?
This is the #1 karate fighter in the entire world. Banzai, show this little lady how strong you are. No, not my car. Granny, what do you think of that?
I think he hadn't ought to done it. That was a good bench, and now it ain't worth shucks to set on.
He did that to put you in your place. Now, unless you stop this picketing, he's going to have to teach you a further lesson.
Well, he better hadn't.
Do you admit that men are superior?
No!
Banzai, destroy the other bench.
Oh, no, you don't!
Are you sure Mr. Drysdale's here to do our work for us?
Yes, sir, Pop.
Hot dog. I sure hope he can cook.
Who is that?
That is the #2 karate fighter in the entire...
I'm sorry about this uncomfortable mode of transportation, but Mr. Drysdale's bodyguard destroyed Helen's car.
What'd he do, run into it?
He struck it with his hand and broke it in two.
That must be the goomer that busted up my iron bench.
Banzai's here?
Oh, yes, ma'am, Miss Jane. He's resting in the parlor.
Well, we better get out of here before he destroys the dune buggy.
No, he won't be doing no more destroying for a spell.
Granny clobbered him.
Banzai?
Yeah.
Well, he's a judo champion, a karate champion. He must have 5 or 6 belts.
I give him about 4 more.
Uncle Jed, this here is one example of how my giant brain operates. I have done come up with an idea that does away with iron.
Is them my long johns?
That's right. I figured out if he uses lots of starch and lays them out in the sun to dry, you don't have to iron them.
How am I supposed to get into these?
Uncle Jed, you're just gonna have to do some thinking for yourself.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Wouldn't be fair to let you carry the whole load.
I also come up with an idea that does away with cooking.
How's that one work?
You do it.
I'm sorry, Bonsai. I've got to get back to the bank. I'll talk to you later.
How's Mr. Bonsai feeling?
Very humiliated.
Granny sure whooped the tar out of him.
Shh, please. He already feels that he's lost a lot of face.
Well, as I recollect, that ain't just a great big loss.
No, I don't mean that literally. He simply feels ashamed because he was defeated by a woman.
That ain't nothing to be ashamed of. When Granny's riled, I've seen her drop a full-grown bull.
Heck yeah!
Well, Bonsai is so disgraced, he doesn't want to show himself for a while. Can he stay here?
Of course he can. I'll go tell him.
Hey, Mr. Drysdale, can that bonsai feller cook?
No, Jethro. Japanese men do not cook.
Well, can he do the laundry?
No.
Well, can he scrub floors or make beds?
Jethro, Japanese men do not perform domestic chores. The women of their household do all the work. They wait on them hand and foot. In his own home, he is king.
Hey, how about me moving in his place?
I told Mr. Bonsai he's welcome to stay here till he finds his face.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Clamp. Well, I'll see you later.
Uncle Jed, that fella can't cook, can't do laundry, can't scrub floors or make beds or nothing. You're making work for yourself.
Matter of fact, Jethro, he asked could he fetch his women folk over to take care of all that.
What did you say?
I said, sure, go right ahead.
Well, how about that? You finally done something right. You know, if you hang out with me long enough, you'll be as smart as me.
Well, thanks, boy. I'm really looking forward to that. Oh, excuse me.
Presentation.
Morning, Uncle Jed. What you doing?
Cooking us up a pot of mush for breakfast?
We didn't have to do that no more nor nothing else. That bonsai fella's fetching over his Japanese women folk.
Yeah, they's gonna take care of him, but that don't mean they's gonna do for us.
Oh, yeah. He told me. He's going to wait on us hand and foot. And Japanese men don't have no truck with that women's lib.
Is that a fact?
Yeah, all you got to do is give them orders. See, I've been learning Japanese, so's I'll be ready. Listen to this. Kamikaze, Toyota, Sony, 0.
What does that mean?
Don't smack into my car radio with your airplane.
You reckon you're gonna be saying that a lot?
Well, not a lot. But if I gives them an order right off, they'll respect me. See, Japanese women is trained to respect Japanese men.
But you ain't a Japanese man.
With me speaking their language so good, how's he going to know?
True.
Oh, you got to learn to eat with these, Uncle Jed.
What is they?
This is what you call chopsticks. The Japanese uses them instead of knives or forks or spoons. Watch, I'll show you.
Don't seem to hold a lot.
It's probably for meat, like them karate chops.
Reckon that's why they call them chopsticks?
More than likely. Boy, I can't wait to sink my teeth into them chicken fried karate chops.
Reckon there's anything like pork chops?
Oh, yeah, quite a bit.
Yeah, looks like we're gonna be eating high on the karate.
Good morning.
Oh, morning, Mr. Drysdale.
Oh, sit down and have some breakfast.
Oh, no thanks, no thanks. I'm on my way to pick up the women of Bonsai's household and bring them over.
Well, how is Mr. Bonsai feeling this morning?
Well, he still feels terribly humiliated that Granny defeated him in hand-to-hand combat.
I'm sorry about that.
It was all I could do to get him out of his room. Well, I'll be on my way. Oh, by the way, have you heard from Granny and Ellie?
Not a word. I hope they's comfortable staying in Miss Jane's apartment.
Well, I'd hardly call it an apartment. It's more like a furnished room.
This bed was right nice to sleep on, but it sure does take up a lot of room.
Well, Miss Jane says after you take the bedclothes off, it folds up into a sofa.
No.
That's what she said.
Well, it ain't doing it.
Doing what?
Folding up.
Granny, I think we have to help it. Let's see.
Well, I'll be switched. What'll they think of next?
Oh, Bessie. You got your dress all dirty, climbing on that fire escape. Now, let's see your hands. I was afraid of that. Now, let's go get washed up. We'll be having breakfast quick as Miss Jane gets back.
I declare you could sleep six on this thing crossways.
Granny, Ellie Mae. Well, good morning, Bessie. I hope our landlord doesn't see you.
Morning, Miss Jane.
Oh, good morning, Ellie. Sorry it took so long getting your breakfast.
Your kitchen sure must be a long ways from your bedroom.
About 3 blocks. Where's Granny?
Well, she was here a minute ago. Must have stepped out.
I didn't see her in the hall.
What you want, Bessie?
She's probably hungry. Here's your breakfast, Bessie. I thought they liked bananas.
They do. Bessie's trying to tell us something. What is it, Bessie? I think there's something inside the couch.
Well, let's see.
It's Granny.
Granny, how in the world are you all right?
Of course I'm all right, but don't trust this bed. I laid down on it and it gobbled me up.
I am terribly sorry. You've never done that before. Have some coffee and you'll feel better.
By the way, Miss Jane, where did you sleep last night?
In the Murphy bed.
Oh, I'm sorry you had to go and stay with friends.
No. It's in the wall. Come on, I'll show you. See?
You sleep standing up?
No, it comes all the way down.
I declare I never did see so many clever beds.
Well, we'll need them all when the other girls arrive. Oh, it's Helen. I told her to come up the fire escape. My rent here is based upon occupancy by one person only. Welcome, Helen.
Cheers, everyone. I'll need some help with my luggage.
I'll give you a hand.
Me too.
Bessie, I ain't never seen anything like these city beds. They sure are space savers. I reckon Miss Jane and Helen will share this one. I sure hope it's as comfortable as Ellie's and mine. Ain't bad at all.
Thanks awfully, Ellie.
Yeah, thanks, Ellie.
You're welcome. I thought Granny was here.
She was. Granny?
Jane here.
Bessie is trying to tell us something again. I wonder.
Miss Jane, if it won't hurt your feelings, I think I'll sleep on the floor tonight.
And here they are, Mr. Clampett, the lovely ladies of Bonsai's household. Enter, flowers of the Orient. This is Mr. Clampett.
Howdy, ladies. Mr. Bonsai, your women folks is here. You speak English?
Amico does.
We have great pleasure to be in the honorable house of Crumpet's son.
What'd she call me?
Clampett-san. That's a Japanese title of courtesy.
Yokoso, irashai.
They set great store by bowing, don't they?
Yes, they're extremely polite. Oh, I almost forgot about their luggage.
I'll give you a hand.
Hurrah, ladies! Meet Jeffro. Uncle Jim, big hillbilly. But me, international prey boy.
You wear a karate suit.
Sure. I just can't wait to have me a karate chop.
You want a karate chop?
I sure do, and right away.
Please do not ask for karate chop.
But that's what I want, and the sooner the better.
See you later, Mr. Drydeal. What are they so excited about?
You are not supposed to do things for them. From now on, they will do everything for you.
Oh. Well, take them upstairs. Tell them to take any room they want. We got plenty empty ones. What's the matter, boy? Did you fall over the rail?
Oh, I asked them girls for a karate chop, and one of them slugged me.
Welcome to Women's Live headquarters, girls.
Thank you.
Come in. Granny, Ellie Mae, Susie, and Betty.
Hi.
Now, you can hang your clothes in the closet as soon as Helen's through taking a shower in there.
She's taking a shower in the closet?
Well, it's too small to be called a bathroom.
We hang our clothes in the bathroom?
Well, you could also call it the den, the laundry room, the kitchen, and the spare bedroom.
Bedroom?
Yes, we're so crowded here, I'm afraid somebody will have to sleep in the tub tonight.
Miss Hathaway, I can't take my shower. There is a furry animal splashing about in the bathtub.
Oh, don't be alarmed. It's probably just Ellie's chimpanzee.
No, Bess is outside. Must be Frida.
Frida.
She's my possum. She just loves to play in the water.
I didn't know Ellie brought a possum.
Me neither. She must have had it inside her coat. They likes to sleep like that.
Now, Frida, you stay out of the bathtub when folks want to take showers.
Yes, Frida, please.
Miss Hathaway.
It's my landlord. Quick, everybody hide.
Where?
Where else?
Miss Hathaway.
Mr. Finney, I'm glad you're here. I have a complaint.
So have I. I heard a lot of voices in here.
Well, you most certainly did. It was the television set.
You haven't got a television set.
Well, that is my complaint. The walls here are so thin that the set next door sounds as though it's right in this room.
I don't hear anything.
Well, of course not. I made them turn it off.
I believe I'll take a look in there.
Oh, good, good. I hope you brought your tools. There's at least half day's work in there.
What?
Well, yes, the faucet leaks, the tub is stopped up, the shower doesn't work, the paint is peeling, and you have got to replace that worn flooring. It is dangerous.
Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm doing apartment 16 right now, but I'll put you right at the top of the list.
Oh, Mr. Finney, that is another thing. The neighborhood children peer in at me all the time. Go away, you naughty child. Go on, go on.
No, I didn't get a very good look. But that's got to be the ugliest kid I ever saw.
Well, Mr. Finney, the situation is becoming quite intolerable. Ugly children, faulty plumbing, thin walls.
What was that?
I am glad you were here to see that with your own eyes, Mr. Finney.
Well, what was it? What did I see?
Well, unless prompt action is taken, I shall be forced to call the Department of Health and Sanitation about the mice in this building.
That was a mouse?
Oh, what else?
I never saw a mouse look like that.
Perhaps it was something worse. I had better call the Board of Health.
No, that's okay. It was a mouse.
Well, Mr. Finney, what do you intend doing about it?
Well, I've got a cat. No, wouldn't stand a chance against a thing like that.
Goodbye, Mr. Finney.
Excuse me. Is Biddles almost ready?
Biddles?
Well, yeah, food. You know, as we say in Japanese, lunch.
Oh, yes. Anything special you would like?
Well, I ain't gonna ask for no more of them karate chops. I know you get uptight about that. But there's something else I heard of that I'd like to try.
What is it?
Judo roll.
You won a judo roll?
I sure do. You see, I'm an international prey boy, and I rocks to experiment.
Please, do not ask for judo roll.
Yeah, but that's what I want. Heck, fire, I thought you folks were obliging.
Jethro-san, judo roll is not for ordinary person.
Yeah, but I'm not ordinary. I wants to try everything. Now, come on, let me have it.
What happened to you this time, boy?
I'll tell you something, Uncle Jed. Them Japanese is real polite. If you ask for some of them special victuals, then they beats the tar out of you.
Any more visits from the landlord, girls?
No. You scared him away for a while.
Helen, what in the world are you doing?
I'm getting some charcoal burning in this brazier.
Well, that is purely a decorative piece.
Well, Granny wanted to make us a hot meal, and that's the only thing we could find to cook on.
Oh, there is no cooking in this apartment. But where is Granny?
She and Ellie went out shopping for some victuals. That's food.
Yes, I know.
Let's try it, Miss Hathaway. This charcoal is smokeless, and I'm simply perishing for nice hot London grill.
Well, if I know Granny's victuals, they will in no way resemble a London grill.
We's back, girls.
Oh.
The fast is over.
Wait till you see what all we got.
You're gonna have a feast fit for a king.
For a queen, Granny. Remember, this is Women's Lib headquarters. Let us not exalt the male image.
What did you bring? I'm starving.
Listen to this and let your mouth water. Salted down sow belly, owl gizzards, groundhog sausage, pickled catfish heads, and tenderloin of badger in gopher gravy.
I don't believe it.
That ain't all. Tell them what we got for dessert, Ellie.
Pawpaws with sorghum syrup, hedge apple turnovers, buckwheat pudding, and a nice ripe goat cheese.
What kind of market sells things like that?
You can't get those kind of delicacies in no market.
We went by home and sneaked into the root cellar.
Yeah, and we peeked through the window, and we seen Jed and Jethro, and they were having a miserable time.
Jethro had done fainted from hunger.
Yeah, he was laying on the floor in his underwear, and Jed had to help him to stand up.
Won't be long before they'll be yelling and screaming for us to come back home.
But we're gonna let them keep suffering until they knuckle under the women's lib. Well, I better get after the cooking. Where's the stove?
Well, unfortunately, I don't have a stove.
I started a fire in Miss Hathaway's brazier.
Where?
Right here, in her brass brazier.
Miss Jane, I hope you don't put that thing on hot.
Miss Miko, I ain't never worn nothing like this before. It's mighty fancy for old weed bender like me.
No, Crumpet, son. You look very handsome. Very handsome. Please.
Well, what if I was to spill victuals on it?
You have no worry. You spill, Miko clean.
You girls sure is obliging.
Our pleasure to serve man. Please to be seated.
Is that a eating table?
Yes.
Looks like somebody sawed the legs off it.
No. It's Japanese table. You sit.
Well, hadn't I better wait for the others?
No, Crumpet, son, head of household. Please to be seated and have sip of sake.
Sip of what?
Sake, our native wine made from rice. You taste.
Japanese white lightning.
Please to be seated. Miko will entertain while you wait.
Hot dog! Sure does smell good in here. How soon is victuals?
私たちわかりませんわ。
Oh, well, I reckon I can wait, but I'm awful thirsty. Hey, you got a sumo crush? You've heard of sumo crush. That's what the wrestlers over to Japan drinks. They's always giving one another sumo crush. It's probably like an orange crush or a lemon crush. You got any?
どうですか?
はい、大丈夫です。
Hey, Mr. Bonsai, you ever do any wrestling over to Japan?
Oh, yes.
Could you give me a sumo crush?
You want a sumo crush?
I sure do.
Please, do not ask for sumo crush.
Oh, come on, please.
You insist?
Yes, sir.
We step outside. It's better for sumo crush.
I sure do appreciate this. I won't forget it.
Not soon, I guarantee.
Well, I've got Granny cooking on the roof. I don't think the landlord can smell it up there.
I hope she doesn't set the building on fire.
Oh, no danger. As soon as you finish with your laundry, come up and have lunch.
We're eating on the roof?
Believe me, Betty, Granny's cooking is best eaten out of doors.
Forget it.
Who are you?
Who are you?
I'm the landlord.
Helen, guess who Miss Hathaway has for a landlord? Who? Cary Grant. Oh, Mr. Grant, you're even more handsome off the screen than on. Doesn't that gray hair make him look distinguished, divine? And those eyes, those sexy eyes, they simply melt a woman's heart. Oh, Mr. Grant, you're my favorite star. My star of stars. Mine, too. Might I ask you to autograph my slip?
Who do you girls think you're kidding?
I beg pardon?
I don't look anything like Cary Grant. You know it.
Well...
Gregory Peck? Yes. Give this to Miss Hathaway, will you?
What is it?
It's a trap for her mouse.
Excuse me, girl, there's the phone.
Oh, no, Crumpets. I get it.
Climate Sam speaking.
Hello, Jed. This is Granny. Are you suffering?
Oh, yeah, I sure am.
Are you ready to knuckle under and give in to the women's lib? Have you learned your lesson?
Well, Granny, not yet. I think I ought to suffer a couple more days. Yeah, let's stay in touch. Don't call me, I'll call you. Bye.
Presentation.
Good morning.
Morning. Well, up a feller, sit down and have some breakfast. You know, wait a minute. Is this Occidental swine going to have victuals with us celestial beings?
Jethro.
No, I am not. Mr. Clampett, I just came by to tell you that your bank statement and other financial reports will be a little late. As you know, I'm without a secretary.
I thought Mr. Banzai was going to fill in.
Karate experts make very poor secretaries. Every time he hits the keys, I have to buy a new typewriter.
Hey, Mr. Drysdale, us high exalted, glorious, sublime folks don't like to talk business while we eat.
Jethro, will you please be quiet?
Did you hear that? This lowly infidel done lipped off to my gloriousness. If we was back home to Japan, I'd have you tied to the ground and let the silkworms chomp on you.
Jethro, will you be quiet?
Now, he can say that, because he's pretty near as glorious as I is.
Mr. Clampett, we have to settle this women's lib dispute. Miss Hathaway has every girl at the bank out on strike.
Yeah, I know. Granny and Ellie Mae throw it in with her, too.
Well, talk them into coming back home, and maybe that will...
Are you kidding? We're living high on the kimono.
Jethro.
Well, until these girls come along, I didn't know how sublime I was.
I'll talk to you later, Mr. Clampett. It's impossible to carry on an intelligent conversation in front of this cretin.
She's Japanese.
I'm hungry.
Hey.
Oh, what time is it? Helen, are you up? Yes, I'm up. Who's going to make breakfast?
Not me. Girls, please, stop the chatter. My landlord will hear you.
Poor Miss Hathaway had to sleep on the floor. I sure hope it won't be this crowded tonight.
Oh, it won't. If we don't win the strike today, it'll be twice as crowded. But everybody, please try to remember to be quiet.
Miss Hathaway?
That's your landlord.
Everybody, get these bags all folded up. Everybody hide in the bathroom and be quiet.
Miss Hathaway, I hear people in there. Open up.
Just a moment.
Granny, have you seen my possum?
Yeah, she slept in the bathtub with me. Now, get out of the way. What's the matter, Miss Jane?
Oh, my zippers. Would you help me to my feet, please?
Miss Hathaway, open this door. I'm coming in with my pass key.
Just a moment. Have patience. I'm busy.
Miss Jane, I'll have to cut you out of this.
Oh, there. The scissors are on the table.
Okay, you've had fair warning. I'm coming in.
Mr. Finney, I consider this an invasion of my privacy.
And I consider it occupancy by more than one person. Who are you?
Well, she happens to be my dressmaker, and this is a very, very personal fitting, so please remove yourself.
That's a dress?
Will be the very latest thing.
You're kidding.
Certainly not. This year we're trying for the sack look.
You made it.
Calm down. I got her.
Who's that?
That is the exterminator.
Exterminator?
Yes, good work. Take her outside immediately.
Be careful, Ellie.
Ellie?
L.A. She's from the L.A. Exterminating Company. Yes, they specialize in capturing large, vicious rodents.
They send girls to do that?
What's the matter? You don't believe in equal job opportunities for women?
He sounds like one of them male chauvinist pigs.
We should alert the women's lib movement. They'll throw a picket line around this apartment building immediately.
Now, wait a minute. Don't get upset. I'm not against equal job opportunities for women. When I need a plumber, who do you think I call? My wife. Boy, talk about touchy tenants.
What in the world is that smell?
Ain't it tantalizing? I'm cooking up a mess of my special swamp surprise.
Swamp surprise? What's in it?
Well, it's secret, but I'll tell you. It's crawdads, brisket of alligator, street owl giblets, nice water moccasins, and other swamp critters, all simmered in a rich, hearty toad stock.
I'm sorry I asked. What I mean is, a secret should always remain a secret. But, Granny, you're not allowed to cook in this apartment. I brought some sandwiches and coleslaw.
Nonsense. You girls have got to have hot fiddle.
Speaking of the girls, where are they?
Well, when I commenced cooking, they all went out the window.
I think I know why.
Me too. They were so tempted by the smell, they couldn't stand to wait.
Yes.
Guess what, Granny? We can smell your swamp surprise clean up on the roof.
I bet that's got them girls crazy. Shut the windows, Ellie.
Oh, no. Please, let the tantalizing aroma waft freely out the window.
Here, Ellie, you stir my stew, and I'll go explain to the girls what's taking so long. Cooking on that iron is gonna take forever to get that gator meat tender.
Ellie Mae, please put a lid on that pot. I'll open the door and get some cross ventilation.
What's cooking in here?
I'm glad you asked. Insecticide.
Insecticide?
Yes, thanks to the resourcefulness of this young lady exterminator, this apartment may yet be free of crawling and flying insects.
Who do you think you're kidding? That's food you're cooking in here. No, I take it back. That's to kill insects. Anything else that gets a whiff of it? What's in that stuff?
It's a secret.
Come on, you can tell me.
Well, it's screech owls, alligators, water moccasins, crawdads, toads.
I asked what's in it, not what it kills.
Mr. Finney, the young lady just explained that the ingredients are a professional secret. Now, if you want to be helpful, let's spray it around the apartment.
No. I've got a respiratory condition. I'm sorry I bothered you. What's your dressmaker doing on the fire escape?
I've been up on the roof.
Smart woman. Don't blame you.
Ellie, I wish you'd go get your ape. She scampered all over the building, scaring the daylights out of everybody.
Yes, sir.
Miss Jane, this is going to take for hours. Sure wish I had it on my stove at home.
Granny! That is a marvelous idea. I'll bet Mr. Clampett and Jethro just love swamp surprise.
Well, of course. But these men, we got to make them suffer.
This will do it.
Oh, I see. You mean give them a whip and then don't let them eat none until they give in to women's lib?
Exactly.
Oh, that would be awful cruel.
All's fair in love and war, and Granny, this is war.
If Jethro gets into this, it won't last 10 seconds. Then you and the girls won't get none.
That's the price we pay for victory.
Let's go.
Leander and Duck, it was awful good. But I have done ate my fill. Oh, man. I gotta take me a nap.
You like song?
Yeah. I don't know what you're saying, but I sure like what you're doing.
Just close your eyes. Have a happy dream.
You mean I'm not dreaming now? You girls sure do know how to spoil a man.
It's great pleasure for us.
I feel downright guilty. I ought to be out doing my chores.
You want us to stop so you can go do your chores?
No, I don't feel that guilty.
La la la, no yamamo satomo. You know, in Japan, from time she's very young, woman is taught to please man.
Beats me how them Japanese men ever get out of the house long enough to build all them cars and cameras.
Please relax now, Clampett-san. It's time for blissful slumber. じゃあ片付けてね、そろそろお昼寝の時間だから。
If that means good night, same to you.
Awaken to fragrance and beauty.
Mm-hmm.
Granny, look.
Merciful heavens, it's Jethro. He's died of starvation.
Surely not.
He's laid out in a black shroud. And look, there's the bones of the buzzards that come to get him. Oh, with his last ounce of strength, the poor desperate boy caught him and ate him.
Now, Granny, be calm.
Well, leastwise, he went doing his thing. Eating.
Granny, I feel sure that if you made a closer observation, you'd...
Oh, Jed, I forgot. He must be laid out here somewheres, starved to death. Jed? Jed? Oh, don't let him be gone, please. Jed? I'm too late. He's gone, too. Somebody sure laid him out pretty. Look at Jed. Laid out just like Jethro.
Granny, I took a closer look at Jethro. He is far from dead.
You think he can be saved?
Definitely, and so can Mr. Clampett.
Well, if anything can save him, it's my swamp surprise. I'll go get it to cooking whilst you look at Jed.
It says all the air marks of a Japanese tea ceremony.
stomach.
Oh, I know how holler it must be. You ain't had no victuals since I left home.
Are you kidding? I'm stuffed.
Buzzards don't count. Here, let's get rid of this ugly shroud.
Hey, let go, Granny. This here is a genuine Japanese Okinawa.
Oh, you dear boy. You're delirious.
Ugh. What's that slop?
Oh, honey, you are talking out of your head. This is one of your favorites, Swamp Surprise.
I don't eat that kind of garbage no more. I'm a glorious, sublime, heavenly being now.
No, sweetheart. You were pulled back from the brink beyond. Now you go and sit down and I'll feed you.
Not that junk you won't.
Jethro, go and sit down and be quiet. Or I'll have to ladle you back into your senses.
Oh, nuts to this. I'm gonna go take me another nap.
Starvation does terrible things to the human mind.
Granny, look who I found.
Is they undertakers?
Au contraire. These Japanese ladies have been caring for Jethro and Mr. Clampett.
Well, tell them to stop laying them out before they is dead.
Come and sit down. Let me explain.
It's the truth, Ellie. We thought your pa and Jethro was suffering. And all the time they was living the life of Sesshu Hayakawa.
Well, I have delineated the aims and principles of the Women's Lib movement to Miko here, and she in turn has explained it to her companions.
Yes, we have decided to join Women's Lib movement.
Oh, I can't believe it. You girls were born and raised in Japan.
I agree that it is against all our teachings. But Granny Senor persuaded us.
How?
She threatened to make us eat swamp surprise.
Actually, it was an offer, but they took it as a threat.
Well, now that the men have gotten a taste of that good Japanese life, how are we going to get them to knuckle under?
That good life can come in two flavors, Granny. Sweet and sour.
What you mean?
Suppose 3 different Japanese girls were to take over the duties of Miko and her companions.
I see what you mean. I can get us outfits like theirs.
あなた日本からいらしたんですか?
いいえ、だけど、私の両親は日本で生まれました。
You speak their language?
Yes, I am Nisei.
No fooling. Which one is your aunt?
Quiet, please. Hope it's not the landlord. Yes? It's Mr. Drysdale.
Oink, 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 oink.
What is it? Male chauvinist pig?
You can knock it off with those cliches. You girls have lost. Now, do you want to come back to work under the old terms?
Never. You will just have to suffer without us.
Some suffer. I'm on my way to the Clampers now to have those Japanese cherry blossoms lay a little oriental ecstasy on me.
Oh, really?
You bet. Those girls never heard of Women's Lib. I may hire them as secretaries.
Miko.
How come you're answering your own door? Where's Miko?
I don't know. Her and them other girls have disappeared.
I can't find them no place, Uncle Celestial. Just my luck. Hey, what's the idea?
I want to get into the Japanese way of life.
You ain't Japanese. Now get Ross.
Get Ross.
But he ain't glorious and sublime like us.
None of us is going to be glorious and sublime if them girls don't get back.
Maybe they went out shopping.
If they's back, they's back. A roll, ladies. Hey, wait a minute. You ain't the same trio that was here before. Who are you?
私たちはいとこ同心なの。こちらのクランペットさんで働きたいと思っていますのよ。
What'd you say, Jethro?
Oh, I don't know. She speaks with a Tokyo dialect. I talk pure Ginza.
I say, we are cousins who also seek the sublime pleasure of serving in the honorable house of Krampet-san.
Come on in the parlor and we'll sublime us up a storm.
I don't know about you two, but I thought that last dish was lousy.
It's Rousey. Rousey. See, I told you he wasn't Japanese.
I kind of liked it myself. If I didn't know better, I'd swear that was Granny's Swamp Surprise. Here comes the ceremony of the tea.
Come on, hurry up. Chop, chop, y'all.
Jethro, take it easy.
But the three of them is pitiful. Two of them ain't even pretty.
I'll go further. The tall one and the short one are downright homely.
Hey, Susie, these two speak English?
No, only Japanese.
Where'd you find those two dogs?
Now, fellas.
The little one here's got a face like a cantaloupe rind. Ow! She's not only ugly, she's clumsy, too.
Jethro, I don't want to hear no more of that kind of talk.
I'm your steam nephew, and I'm getting more steam by the minute.
Don't pay no attention to him, ma'am. Say, ain't we going to have some music?
Music?
Yeah, you know, singing, dancing, playing a Japanese banjo.
Yes, Crumpet-san. Nanki-poo. Hite kudasai.
Come on.
God, that's lousy. It's Rousey, not Rousey. He ain't never gonna learn to speak Japanese.
Lousy, Rousey, it stinks.
I think I'm going to pass on the tea ceremony.
Are you leaving?
Yes, sir, I am. These Japanese folks set a great store by politeness, and that's something we can all learn from.
Please, Crumpet-san, do not go.
Well, I'll tell you, ma'am, I've been kind of guilty about doing my chores all day. I think I'll get to them. I thank you, and thank your friends for me.
Mr. Clampett.
Let him go, let him go. He old clodhopper. But me, I got craft. Now, come on, shake a rag. Hit us with the tea and the music.
Granny, I beg you. Don't let Clampett-san take his money out of my bank, please.
It's trees.
Shut up, runkhead.
Shut up, both of you, and listen. Does you promise to knuckle under to the women's lib?
I does. Me too.
From you, we're going to have it in writing. Miss Hathaway went to the bank to type up a contract for you to sign.
Well, she called to say it would take a while. All she could find was 14 busted typewriters.
That bonsai will bankrupt me.
There's Miss Jane. Can we get up now?
Yes. Get up and answer the door for her. We gotta keep you men in your place.
Yes, ma'am. Who are you?
I'm the landlord.
Hey, it's the landlord.
Well, this is a very interesting situation we have here.
Mr. Finney! What is the meaning of this? Who are these people?
You're asking me?
Well, indeed I am. This is an outrage. I go to work and I come home and find you're throwing a party in my apartment.
I'm throwing a party?
From the looks of it, an Oriental orgy.
Look, I never had anything to do with
I
this.
shall be forced to report you to the Housing Administration, the Apartment Owners Association, and the Vice Squad.
Wait a minute. I don't know anything about this.
Ladies and gentlemen, who is throwing this party?
He is.
Well, Mr. Finney, what have you to say now?
All I have to say is I'm cutting a rent in half, and so help me, I never will come near this apartment again.